Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen is an American singer-songwriter, known for his work with the E Street Band. Nicknamed The Boss, he is widely known for his brand of poetic lyrics. Americana, working class, sometimes political sentiment centered on his native New Jersey. His distinctive voice, and his lengthy and energetic stage performances, with concerts from the 1970s to the present decade running at up to 4 hours in length. Springsteen's recordings have included both commercially accessible rock albums, and more somber folk-oriented works. His most successful studio albums, Born to Run, and Born in the U.S.A. find pleasures in the struggles of daily American life. He has sold more than 120 million records worldwide and more than 64 million records in the United States, making him one of the world's best-selling artists of all time. He has earned numerous awards for his work, including 20 Grammy Awards, 2 Golden Globes, and an Academy Award, as well as being inducted into both the Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999. In 2009, Springsteen was a Kennedy Center Honors recipient, in 2013 was named Musicare's Person of the Year, and in 2016 was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He married Patti Psi Alpha in 1991, and the couple have had 3 children: Evan James, Jessica Ray and Sam Ryan. Early life. Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen was born on September 23, 1949, at Monmouth Medical Center in Long Branch, New Jersey. He was brought home from the hospital to Freehold Borough, where he spent his childhood. He lived on South Street, and attended Freehold Borough High School. His father, Douglas Frederick Springsteen, was of Dutch and Irish ancestry, and worked as a bus driver, among other vocations. Although he was mostly unemployed, Springsteen said his mother, Adele, a legal secretary, and of Italian ancestry, was the main breadwinner. His maternal grandfather was born in Vico Equense, a town near Naples. He has 2 younger sisters, Virginia and Pamela. Pamela had a brief film career, but left acting to pursue still photography full-time. She took photos for his Human Touch, Lucky Town, and the Ghost of Tom Joad albums. Springsteen's last name is topographic and of Dutch origin, literally translating to jumping stone, but more generally meaning a kind of stone used as a stepping stone in unpaved streets, or between 2 houses. The Springsteens are among the early Dutch families who settled in the colony of New Netherland in the 1600s. Raised a Roman Catholic, Springsteen attended the St. Rose of Lima Catholic School in Freehold Borough, where he was at odds with the nuns, and rejected the strictures imposed upon him, even though some of his later music reflects a Catholic ethos and includes a few rock-influenced traditional Irish Catholic hymns. In a 2012 interview, he explained that it was his Catholic upbringing rather than political ideology that most influenced his music. He noted in the interview that his faith had given him a very active spiritual life, although he joked that this made it very difficult sexually. He added, "Once a Catholic, always a Catholic." In the 9th grade, Springsteen transferred to the public Freehold High School, but did not fit in there either. Former teachers have said he was a loner who wanted nothing more than to play his guitar. He completed high school, but felt so uncomfortable that he skipped his own graduation ceremony. He briefly attended Ocean County College, but dropped out. 1964-1972, early years. Springsteen grew up hearing fellow New Jersey singer Frank Sinatra on the radio. He became interested in being involved in music himself when, in 1956 at the age of 7, he saw Elvis Presley on The Ed Sullivan Show. In 1964, Springsteen bought his first guitar, for $18. 1964 was also an important year for Springsteen, having seen the Beatles' appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. Thereafter he started playing for audiences with a band called the Rogues at local venues such as the Elks Lodge in Freehold. In 1965, Springsteen's mother took out a loan to buy her 16-year-old son a $60 Kent guitar, an act he subsequently memorialized in his song, The Wish. In the same year, he went to the house of Texan Marion Vineyard, who sponsored young bands in town. They helped him become the lead guitarist, and subsequently one of the lead singers of the Castiles. His first gig with the Castiles was possibly at a trailer park on New Jersey Route 34. The Castiles recorded 2 original songs at a public recording studio in Brick Township, and played a variety of venues, including Café War in Greenwich Village. Marion Vineyard said that she believed the young Springsteen when he promised he would make it big. Called for conscription in the United States Armed Forces when he was 18. Springsteen failed a physical examination and did not serve in the Vietnam War. He had suffered a concussion in a motorcycle accident when he was 17, and this together with his crazy behavior at induction gave him a classification of 4F, which made him unacceptable for service. In the late 1960s, Springsteen performed briefly in a power trio known as Earth, playing in clubs in New Jersey, with one major show at the Hotel Diplomat in New York City. Earth consisted of John Graham on bass, and Mike Burke on drums. Bob Alfano was later added on organ, but was replaced for 2 gigs by Frank "Flash" Craig. Springsteen acquired the nickname The Boss during this period, when he played club gigs. With a band, he took on the task of collecting the band's nightly pay and distributing it amongst his bandmates. The nickname also reportedly sprang from games of Monopoly that Springsteen would play with other Jersey Shore musicians. Springsteen is not fond of this nickname, due to his dislike of bosses, but seems to have since tacitly accepted it. Previously he had the nickname, Doctor. From 1969 through early 1971, Springsteen performed with Steel Mill, which included Danny Federici, Vinnie Lopez, Vinnie Roslin, and later Steve Van Zandt and Robin Thompson. During this time he performed regularly at venues on the Jersey Shore, in Richmond, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, and a set of gigs in California, quickly gathering a cult following. San Francisco Examiner music critic Philip Elwood gave Springsteen credibility in his glowing assessment of Steel Mill. "I have never been so overwhelmed by totally unknown talent." Elwood went on to praise their cohesive musicality, and, in particular, singled out Springsteen as a most impressive composer. Other acts followed over the next 2 years, as Springsteen sought to shape a unique and genuine musical and lyrical style. Dr. Zoom and the Sonic Boom, the Sundance Blues Band, and the Bruce Springsteen Band. With the addition of pianist David Sanchez, the core of what would later become the E Street Band was formed, with occasional temporary additions such as horn sections, the Zoomuts, and Southside Johnny Leon on harmonica. Musical genres explored included blues, R&B, jazz, church music, early rock roll, and soul, with major influences being Joe Cocker's Mad Dogs and Englishmen, Leon Russell and Van Morrison. His prolific songwriting ability, with more words in some individual songs than other artists had in whole albums, as his future record label would describe it in early publicity campaigns, brought his skill to the attention of several people who were about to change his life, new managers Mike Apple and Jim Creekos, who in turn brought him to the attention of Columbia Records talent scout John Hammond, who auditioned Springsteen in May 1972. Even after Springsteen gained international acclaim, his New Jersey roots showed through in his music, and he often praised the great state of New Jersey in his live shows. Drawing on his extensive local appeal, he has routinely sold out consecutive nights in major New Jersey, Philadelphia, and New York venues. He has also made many surprise appearances at the Stone Pony and other Shore nightclubs over the years. Thank you for watching, brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.